What's up? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. I realized I didn't post this in the Discord, so give me just a second to do that. Give people time to hop in here. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm posting the baseball side too. Okay. All right. Anyhow, what's up? Say hi live just on YouTube today. Usually live. I don't know. I think I'm live on YouTube and Twitter maybe on Fridays. I can't remember, but we skipped yesterday. So I figured we just go live on YouTube today just to make it easier today. Let me get stuff pulled up here. Give people a chance to join. Started slow. Let me share my screen. Let me close some of these tabs here. Like the video if you haven't liked the video yet. Please help me out. Okay. Should be good. Ooh. Line's always moving all over the place, man. All right. First off, let's see. Wednesday we were 2-1. Oh boy, Taj Bradley just got. I don't even remember who they were playing. Was it Miami? Maybe Miami's just been tough. Miami for the longest time was pretty solid against pitchers. They've been running that pitch count up all of a sudden. So that's a little bit of a little fade territory thing. But we got Christopher Sanchez at 16.5. Hopefully you guys were able to grab the 16.5, when we were on the podcast. They pulled them at 17. Surprising. Another one of those weird spots. I was definitely surprised. It's happened to us before where I was like, oh, cash it. And then come to find out that people who got the bet late did not cash. But that ended up being the pick of the day, which moved me to 7-0 on the pick of the day videos. I actually don't know what that's going to be yet today. Went on a run this morning and, I've only done about 40 minutes of, research, kind of getting ready for stuff. And then we were on Davis Daniel to get over 5 hits. He got that as well. That ended up being, I hopped on, Trent's stream that he does at 2:00 every day, the Book It with Trent or whatever. Because he jokes about the boss level and how he's cursed or whatever. So if someone's on a streak, he takes the bet, because it'll lose kind of thing. So trying to get in front of him. I mean, not to lose, but you really just to get the eyes, So probably will try to get on his stream today and give that play out if I can, if I have one that I feel really good about it. But what else? Oh, NFL yesterday. So two years in a row now that we had rain delays. The game was canceled yesterday in the NFL, and then that we had last year it was delayed, and I think it went the full game. So luckily, all books ended up voiding out any sort of money line plays. I do believe, even if you had the Bears, I believe it voided out. In the Discord, I had the Texans to throw 2 touchdowns, two passing touchdowns for plus 220. So we hit on that bad boy yesterday. Shout out Discord. But I actually had them laddered up to 3 for plus 1,000, and they were losing. Man, I had a real good chance to hit a plus 1,000 yesterday, and that rain delay definitely took that from us. But super nice to have super nice to have football back. We don't have another game until Thursday, so a week, 6 days from now. 2 games on Thursday. I think that's the 8th, and then we got some games on Friday, possibly Saturday, so on and so forth. I've got $100 like bonus bet. I text Ty. I was like, "Hey, we got to cook up something." But I always feel like the Texans over the Steelers should be a pretty good look. Seeing as the Texans have already played a game, maybe Stroud plays in that one. I don't know. And then you look at like the Bears against the Bills. The Bears looked pretty damn good, guys. And then they would have had a game under themselves already. So like honestly, I feel like those are good looks. Just kind of things to think about. As like the Bills likely not going to play like Josh Allen, any of their stars. And then I might have to bet on the Vikings just because I'm a Vikings fan, obviously. Anyhow, looking at baseball today, there's a lot of juice today. Like there were some spots that I really liked, and that I haven't really looked to see if there's any like good boosts or anything like that. That's where like if DraftKings has like the 4 leg, boost or something like that, I'll get in on a 4 leg pitcher prop boost or something along those lines. Like we have I selected some here. We've got some movement. A lot of these are playable straight still, but like Randy Vasquez, similar to Davis Daniel, going against the Rockies again, right-handed pitcher. Rockies been killing them. Randy Vasquez not a good pitcher really just to begin with, but it's minus 145, and like I just don't know if like it's worth like messing with that or not. I also like Carlos Carrasco today to go under. There's also some rain in that area, if I'm not mistaken. And which obviously, if he's pitching and it goes into a rain delay, it's likely he doesn't come back out. So like, there's just that extra side of handicap there. But I mean, look at Randy Vasquez. 12 of 15, 80% hit rate at home, 86%, all 6 out of 7, games. He's gone over 4.5 hits. The Rockies had 5, 2 games ago when we needed them, 7th best batting average. They were second. So, I mean, that's dropped. Hard hit was second. It's still 6th. They've faced him before. McMahon bats 500, Rogers 666, Tovar 600. They've hit him pretty good, but minus 145 just sucks. I don't know. Like, I mean, let's see. There's like 21 people watching. First off, hit the like button if you haven't. I don't know what other books have hit props. Like I know Bet365 does, so I'm looking here. I don't know. I know FanDuel does not. I don't think Fanatics does, and that's kind of the extent of what I've been messing with. Yeah, minus 145. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be about minus 145 everywhere. I just don't know if I like it enough to want to like put it with like a juice reducer type of thing. Like this dude. I doubt it's even like him to not get a win minus 700. Like that's probably enough to get it down. I don't know. Austin Gomber to not get a win, something like that. Um, yeah, Biggie. It's minus like normally minus 135 is the max for me. If there's a minus 140 that I do really love, sometimes I'll call it like a 1.5 unit type play. But it's just that comes along with like extreme confidence, extra confidence or whatever. And like while this looks great, it is comes down to anytime I've got to trust another team, it just really hasn't. It worked for us with Davis Daniel the other day, but it hasn't been working the best. I will say, that the Rockies hit him for 6, got him for 8. The 2 times. I was also 4 or 8 months ago, or 4 or 5 months ago. Really good line if there's like a parlay or anything like that, which I don't know if there is. Let me actually just look. Yo, my stomach is growling. I just realized I'm like super hungry. Oh, so there's an MLB stepped up parlay. So that's perfect. That'll be a nice leg for that. That'll be each leg must be minus 500. So that'll be perfect. I'll mess with that then. piss the people off that always want to have links in the Discord because I don't give links out on DraftKings. 30% profit boost on a 3-leg same game parlay. I haven't been using those. It's not really same game parlays just haven't really been my thing. So perfect. Then we've talked a lot about nothing so far. Let's get into it. But that's a good leg for me. Another good leg. Man, I was looking. I want to see it for myself. I swear I seen. Okay, I seen Tariq Skubal had a 19 and a half outs line. I was like, that's insane. But maybe I read it wrong or something like that. I really like Carlos Carrasco's under, like I said too, but it's minus 175 to the under, so that it would be another second leg of the parlay. Um, Spencer Schwellenbach, I thought about his outs over, but it's minus 200 for 17 and a half. And Miami has just been, goofy in that sense. Tyler Anderson's been pitching pretty decently. So there's some pretty good spots to attack, later on as I do more research and stuff. I do want to look real quick because now that I'm Roto Wire weather. Ooh, that's ugly. Let's see. Possible rain out in Detroit, Washington, New York, Cleveland, Cincinnati. So none of those are games I'm really interested in. So that's good. Detroit, yeah. Washington, Milwaukee, no. Toronto, Yankees, no. Baltimore and Cleveland would be that one game. Super. I mean, if you're looking at pitcher props, it's always pretty important to make sure that you're just kind of aware of what's going on. Then you can click on weather, and it takes you to the weather channel. The game, in Cleveland starts at 7:10. There's it's not bad. It looks like it's going to actually calm down. So, if it's raining, you would think they push it off, and it's mostly cloudy the rest of the way. So it seems like that game's probably going to get in, to be honest. So anyhow, let's start from the top here. Let's look at Shane Baz here. Over 15 and a half, minus 130. This is kind of another one of those spots where we got in trouble with like Yariel Rodriguez the other day. It's like, oh, it's a 15 and a half line. It's playable. But as long as he doesn't get blown up, he should be good. And like, you guys remember what happened? Like, he had 4 walks, a catcher's interference. He hit a guy in the nose. Wildly no control. Dude looked terrible. So Shane Baz has pitched 4 times this year. He's been pretty sharp. Decent amount of Ks. K line 4.5. He's over this in 3 out of 4 starts. I just don't like to bet on strikeouts. I mean, you guys can have that. If you want to mess with strikeouts, you can mess with strikeouts. I like betting on outs because there's all these extra little things that we can look at and whatnot. So I haven't looked at this yet today. So let's see what like the bullpen looks like first off. So bullpen's rested, threw a couple guys yesterday. So that's, sometimes good, sometimes bad. But the kicker really for me is, he went a full 18 against the Rangers, who are World Series, champs. Obviously they haven't been playing the best, but he still went 18. He went 18 against the Reds. He went 13 and 10 against the Yankees. So of course, pitching back to back against the Yankees, like he was going to get killed in that second start against the Yankees. It's just too quick of a turnaround. He's a rookie. Like that's going to happen. Yankees are a good hitting team. We're going against now Houston, who, is a good hitting team. I mean, don't get me wrong. Versus a right-handed pitcher, in the last on the year they have the 3rd best batting average. In the last 30 days, they have the 14th best batting average. So theoretically, they are they're mid. They've got the 20th lowest on base percentage, which is kind of the more important thing here. They have not seen Baz at all. So he has that advantage at least the first time through the lineup, to get us into the second to third inning. If he can limit some of his pitches, looking at how many pitches he's thrown, he threw 92 against Texas, 86 against Cincinnati. And then the middle, obviously, he didn't throw much, but he was just getting, knocked around. Maybe he was walking a lot of guys. I'm not really sure. I don't know every single game, but he's got the availability of throwing high 80s and the low 90s, it looks like here. We need him to pitch just 1 out into the 6th inning. I mean, that's very, very, that's very doable. Another reason that I do like it is the Astros pitches per plate appearance. They have the lowest pitches per plate appearance. They don't walk a lot. Do I have walks on here? You would think I do. Assad's K is going under. Who do they play? Okay, perfect. The Astros walk the third least amount of times and out of every other team. Miami, we talked about the reason I like to be on Miami all the time is because they did not walk a lot. They've been tough recently. The White Sox don't walk a lot, really, just because they suck, you know. But the Astros walk tied for third least amount of times. That means it's going to keep the lower pitch count. Like I said, they're averaging just 3.64 pitches per plate appearance. That means in a good outing, let's round that up to 4. In a good outing, that's roughly 12 pitches an outing. My goal for a pitcher is to always see them throw 5, 15, 5 a batter realistically. 15 pitches an inning is always the goal. 15, so let's say 30 every 2 innings, so they'd be at 60 come the 4th inning. Ideally, after the 5th, they're at 75 pitches. They come out into the 6th inning, and they've got like 25 pitches to work with in a bad outing to get them up to 90, and they're good to go. That's my kind of pace of where I like to see it. Corey says, yeah, Houston's been cold, so I do like this play a lot. Assad K's under versus the Cardinals. Dwayne, are you still here before I look at it? Because that's not something I would normally look at. If you're still here, I will. But let's see, minus 130 on both books here. So it was a better look on FanDuel. So we'll, wherever we take it, we'll just keep it on DraftKings for now. But I think 1.3 units is pretty good on that one for Baz here. Reminder, if you're watching from the Discord, all right, Dwayne, we'll look at it. If you're watching from the Discord, the plays aren't official until I notify you. Of course I want to give out win and everything like that. Just giving out knowledge, allowing people to make their own plays on here. I give out my absolute best and things that I think, have the best chance of hitting and everything like that, so, wait for me to, notify you and everything like that. Wow. So, Dwayne, the scary part is if you look at him for in the entire year, his highest strikeouts that he's thrown is 8, and that was against the Cardinals. He also faced them July 13th, 3 starts ago, and he blanked them for 0. At home, let's see, both times it was away. So this is going to be the first time facing him at home. He's under this in 4 of 9. Wait, under is what we want to look at. Yeah, 5 of 9. Yeah, 5 of 9. In the last 30 days, they've been striking out the 7th highest, 7th lowest. Hold up. That's weird. Oh, yeah. Okay. They don't. So, okay. In the last, those, hold on. That's super confusing. Sometimes I gotta. So they got a 20% K rate in the last 30 days, which is the 7th best versus a right-handed pitcher. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, everybody's got a lower than 20% outside of, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's like I said, I like K props have never been my thing. But I would certainly lean under because they have not been striking out a lot. And I mean, he's held down the Mets and the Brewers, who are certainly, I think, better offenses than the Cardinals are. So yeah, I think I would lean to Assad under. under strikeouts. Let's see. Comber. What's up, Aaron? All right, Austin Gomber. I'm pretty sure just recently I said that I was like not gonna back. So anytime you take an under on pitcher outs, you are trusting the offense to do something of another team. And that just really hasn't been great for me. However, like I said, we just cashed on Davis Daniel and that worked out. We trusted the Rockies offense. Unders have just been, that's my excuse, I guess, generally when we miss an under. He's going against the Padres, who in the last 30 days against lefties, on the year they did struggle early against lefties. They hit righties really well. But in the last 30 days, they have the fifth highest batting average, the fourth highest on base percentage, fourth WRC. They don't strike out a lot. And I think they see a decent amount of pitches, if I'm not mistaken. Not really. Let's see. Bullpen. Let's see. They threw 4 arms yesterday. Is it the isn't it like a home run boost or something like that? Horse aura. They threw 4 arms yesterday. I mean, 2 of those guys threw, back to back, so those guys are likely going to be unavailable. They certainly do have still arms available, but they're going to be fresh. I don't usually mess with home runs. No, I mean, I'd be, if you're in the Discord, I'd be more inclined to take, one of the guys that you're seeing, popping up a lot of those parlays and just running with one of those straight. But here's kind of the kicker, I guess, a bit here. Austin Gomber away from home is under 17 and a half outs in 8 of 11 starts and 6 straight now. 6 straight times he's gone under. Sure, he faced the Padres once away and he went a full 18. Colorado was also smoking them in that game. He threw 92 pitches, which is that's the highest he's thrown all year, and that was against Colorado. So they let him go, but because they were up 8-0, they didn't have any worry to like let him go. You know what I'm saying? It was 8-0. In a lot of these other spots, he's under. It's 0-4. Made the losing 17-0, losing. I mean, all of these spots here, it's losing. The Padres have been hitting the ball a lot better. So I guess that's a trend, I guess you can say. I mean, they won this game, he went over. It was a really close, 0-1 type game. Loss. The one time that he went under with a win was this first one in March. So that's the question then is who's going to win? We know Vasquez is certainly a little is probably going to give up a lot of hits. I just kind of had the thought, like what about the over? We talk about, Gomber not being good and Vasquez, but then we're trusting offenses on both of them, and you know how that goes. But I'm just going to go with the gut read. I liked his under 17 and a half. We'll do 1.35 units on it, unless it's better on FanDuel. Ooh, it's not. It's minus 156. It's minus 156 on DraftKings, so that's a much, much better line on. Oh, minus 156 on FanDuel, so it's a much better line on DraftKings. So I'll take that little bit of value there. That's some pretty good value actually. So we'll take Gomber under 17 and a half outs for our second play. So Cutter's plus 102 on FanDuel and minus 125 on DraftKings. This opened at 16 and a half. I definitely am missing out from like staying up until 1 a.m. to like get plays out. But like that's just look, I'm just never gonna be that guy. I don't think that's fair to Discord members, you know. There's I saw a lot of people post a 16 and a half. Like there's 16 and a half tickets out there. Um, I don't know why it's not showing that, but it was definitely open at 16 and a half. So we're looking at 17 and a half. They're not even giving an option for it, so there must not be a 16 and a half like anywhere. But Cutter Crawford on the year is over this in 67%, 14 of 21 starts. Away, he's over this in 70%, 7 of 10. If we look at his last two misses, I think the books are trying to give us, and that's why there were some 16 and a halves out there. And then people likely just kind of came in and hammered it. Is they were like, oh, yeah, like he's fallen off or whatever. We're not going to give a 17 and a half at plus money kind of thing. He went against the Yankees and the Dodgers, who are arguably one of the two better offenses in the league. As we know, I mean, the Yankees are stacked, and that was even the Yankees have been going through this like just mashing the ball. I mean, Jazz has got him fired up. Judge is hitting the ball well. Soto, I mean, just everybody's hitting home runs. And then you look at this Dodgers lineup that y'all know how I feel about the Dodgers, but the Dodgers lineup is good, and he went a full 15 against them. But then he went 21 against KC. He went 21 against the Yankees, you know, uh, as well. So he was still able to get over him. Miami, Cincinnati went over again against the Yankees, the Phillies, Atlanta, Baltimore. I mean, these are all good teams. Had a miss against the Brewers, which is a solid hitting team. Back then, the Brewers were hitting the ball really well then. Had misses against St. Louis, who was hitting the ball well then, Cleveland, Baltimore. So, I mean, he's had misses against some pretty good hitting teams. And he's going against the Rangers today, who have not been hitting the ball well. We look at this little, the Texas batting versus right-handed pitcher. In the last 30 days, they got the 24th lowest batting average, the 26th lowest on base percentage, 28th lowest batting average balls in play. So when they are hitting the ball, it's turning into outs. And the 28th lowest WRC, walks, runs created. You look at, their history against them. You got, Himes batting 200, Jung's 250, Low 200, Seager's 200, Garcia 200. Duran, sure, he's got two, faced him twice, got two hits on him. Marcus Simeon's got, what is that? Maybe two hits, two out of seven. Tavares, one hit, 1 out of 4. So they haven't had a lot of success against them. He, is coming out of some outings where, and if you look, man, he went against the Yankees. He threw 68 pitches and went 7 innings, owned them. 72 pitches against Miami, owned them, six innings. 83 went into the 7th inning. Went deep, 96 pitches against KC, went 7 innings, and then he got banged up. So he's more than likely going to be ready to rock. I would hope to see him in the 90s, high 80s, 90s if it's needed. But he's going against a team that is not hitting as well as some of these other guys have been. What's the bullpen look like? Healthy. So, I mean, that doesn't scare me. They're not going to pull him just because the bullpen's healthy. But I mean, I would have liked to have said that, oh yeah, like the bullpen's tired, they need him to go deep. That's just not an extra little side of things we have or whatever. The Rangers also see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th lowest pitches per plate appearance. So I mean, that's good. Bottom 10 in however you want to look at it, top 10, bottom 10, however you want to say it, in pitches per plate appearance. Like it a lot. I like this play a lot. Probably my favorite. 1.25 units, but I'm gonna play it on FanDuel. Was it not just plus 100? They're wising up. We gotta lock her in. I swear, was it not just plus 100? I swear it was. I swear this was just plus 100. Anyway, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's probably like posted all over the internet. Like, all these like Twitter cappers do is they're just on pitcher props. Granted, I am too. You know, like I haven't been good with outs props at all. So those are me the three plays. Joe Ryan and Cole Reagans. Cole Reagans probably. I mean, obviously juice to hell, but a lot of people are on his strikeouts because I'm pretty sure he had like a hell of a game against them last time. I could see this being like a pitcher's duel type thing. So, I mean, he's over in 16 to 22 away. He's missed just once, and that was against the Twins, who, as if y'all have been hanging around, I honestly, I feel like the Twins has got the best offense in the league, or I trust the Twins, I guess I should say. Yeah, horse, I thought so, man. But 8 out of 9 on the over here. So, I mean, that's a pretty good look. K wise, I'm pretty sure the last time he faced him, yeah, he had 12 Ks against him last time he faced him. That was the most he had. The the I think that the more Ks you have, if you have a strikeout pitcher, they're likely throwing more balls versus a contact pitcher. A contact pitcher is generally going to have a lower pitch count because they're going to have guys popping out, grounding out, 1-2 outs, 1-2 pitches, where a strikeout pitcher has to at least throw 3 pitches. And if they get them 0-2, they're going to throw them a couple junk balls that normally going to, lengthen the count and the pitch count gets higher. He's been up there though. I mean, the dude, like that's kind of like holy shit, throwing 102, 105, 102, 106, 93, 108, 102, 107. So they're letting him go. But man, he's throwing a lot of pitches. I would certainly lean on the over. Um, Going against a team, Detroit on the year versus a lefty, 22nd lowest, most recently 16th lowest on base percentage is, about the same. So yeah, I mean, Scooble's probably, or Cole Reagan's probably a pretty good look. Joe Ryan, honestly, just hasn't really been a pitcher that I've looked at all year. But if his line really is at 18 and a half, I wouldn't touch it. I don't touch the 18 and a halves. Even if it's juiced. And he's also going against the White Sox, which um look, against the White Sox, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, he's been under. I just had a thought. Hold on. Um Look, I don't know what I'm sure there's a stat out there. I don't know how to find it, and I guess I'm not like overly like concerned about finding it. Hold up. I don't know who this person is pitching for the White Sox. I'm trying to look at that real fast. Davis Martin. Probably a bullpen game. Um Minnesota today is a minus 330. These big spreads are losing. They're losing more often than they win. I've been saying for the longest, if you have a minus 300 or higher in baseball, they have been losing. They've been losing. They've been losing. They've been losing. They've been losing. I don't know if there's a stat of it anywhere. I'm telling you, anytime that there's been a minus 300, it has not gone well. So look, I lean this under 18 and a half. If we think that the White Sox have a potential to mess with them, um, I would lean under 18 and a half. Bullpen is also healthy, right? They've used 3 guys on Wednesday, 3 guys on Tuesday. None of them have doubled up. None of them pitched on Thursday. I would say the entire bullpen is available and ready to go. I would say Joe Ryan under Ks is probably a pretty good look. And that's mainly based off of probably the fact that it's a minus 310, 330. And look, like those just lose. They just lose recently. Um, and like, look, like they could win. Somebody in the Discord can come in on the Twins too. The Twins should win. The Twins 1,000% should win. But when teams are breaking into a minus 300, the games have been a hell of a lot closer than they should be. That's for sure. It's the White Sox and the Twins. That's a divisional matchup. Uh, as we all know, those are tougher games. I feel Joe Ryan under 18 and a half is a solid play. One that I'm not going to play, but I just wanted to mention that. One that has my wheels turning, and I'm interested in it. Maybe you'll make it in that parlay that I was talking about that I'll put together. But yeah. Anyway, about to recap. If you guys have any questions or anything else you want me to look at, thanks, Corey. Appreciate you having me look at Ryan there. I wouldn't even really messed with it, honestly, because I don't usually mess with them. But pop the questions. If you have a question, put it in here. Recap wise, we're gonna ride with Shane Baz over 15 and a half outs minus 130. Austin Gomber under 17 and a half minus 135. We're going to go with my boy Cutter Crawford over 17 and a half outs at minus 125. Minus 122. We'll play it on FanDuel, minus 122. A lot of these games start about the same time, don't they? Like, so Tyler Phillips threw a complete game last time, right? What's his outs? 17 and a half. Yeah, that's probably makes sense. I would kind of lean Tyler Phillips possibly too, but the Mariners also see the most pitches per plate appearance, but sometimes that really doesn't mean anything because they just suck. Mariners got some bats though now. Justin Turner, a Rosarina. So I got a game at 9:40 tonight. So I got one game to pay attention to tonight. I got one on the 8:10 and then one on the 8:05. So everything I'm on starts late tonight. So I don't have anything on any of the 7 o'clocks. Like y'all really got me. Really got me thinking about this Joe Ryan thing. It kind of feels like a cute play, kind of getting too cute kind of thing, but I feel like it's a good play. I like the plays I have. I mean, I'm not going to mess with it right now, but that was one that if it was later and like all my plays have cashed or I'm looking good, maybe I'd come in on it. I don't know if I'm going to want to mess with that or if I want to just maybe put it in a parlay. So it's a little dangerous. But all right, like I said, it's one of those where like sometimes you overthink yourself, right? Look, the Twins gonna come out and just beat the shit out of him, and then he's looking good. But he's got a pretty empty bullpen, pretty healthy bullpen, and everything like that. But appreciate you guys. I am going to get out of here. Today's Friday. No show tomorrow. No show on Sunday as usual. I think I should be good to go on. I was trying to remember. Yeah, I got my hip MRI finally is on this Tuesday, and I have a doctor's appointment kind of early on Thursday, so I should be good for everything. I should be good unless the vet's gonna call, this week sometime to let me know if the tumor is gonna be, cancerous or not. So if I get that phone call that morning, probably not gonna have a show. But appreciate you, and I will see you guys back. I'll have the pick of the day video out here in the next probably 30 minutes or something like that. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be one of these plays, but do me a favor, hit the watch it for me though. Going for 8-0, so try to get those views up. Try to get the get that um in a um in people's faces or something like that. Tyler, yeah, maybe. I know you weren't here, but I usually try to say it, fairly often that, this is this is something I did before I even got to the Discord. And official plays will for sure be posted with a notify. Those are the only plays that get counted, tracked, everything like that. Those are the best plays that are given out is the Discord plays. And like the parlays and stuff like that. Go there. But all right, I'm closing her out. Appreciate it. If you just joined, I mean, this is recorded. So, I mean, like, you could just rewatch it, fast forward to, 5 minutes ago and get the recap or whatever. But appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys back on Monday.